another waiver wire target, Steve. And it maybe it's shocking, maybe not, that he's available in less than 50% of leagues, depending on your platform. That's Christian Watson. And Christian Watson coming off the bye, people worry about injuries. He's healthy. He's a big play waiting to happen. In my opinion, I think he's if there's a wide receiver one in this wide receiver room, I get Jaden Reed does a lot of things, but Watson is that guy who could potentially break out one day. Catches all 4 of his targets, 150 yards, doesn't score, season high 19 PPR points against the number 1 defense against fantasy wide receivers. His rest of season schedule, once you get out of San Francisco and Miami, weeks 14 to 17, Detroit, Seattle, New Orleans, Minnesota, they're all bottom 11 or better matchups. I think he's a must-add. I think this guy, if he starts cooking, and Jordan Love, they didn't throw it a ton yesterday, but he was very much involved in the offense. If you need a wide receiver, this is the guy you're taking on waivers.
Yeah, 100%. And this is the way Christian Watson's career goes pretty much every single year. He starts out injured or something goes on. He starts out slow. Then he comes back for a game or two. And then maybe he has like one good game. Then he gets hurt again. This is kind of the same trajectory this year again. And then, he was hurt. Now he's coming back as like this third, he's getting healthier and healthier. And then he goes on a stretch where he kills it for like 4 or 5, maybe 6 games in a row. And then he gets hurt again. So we saw yesterday 4 for 150. This is the potential of this guy playing with Love and his arm and his speed. He's different. He's 6'4". He's got 4.3, 4.4 speed. So I think he's going to go on a little bit of a stretch here. I think he's going to get hot, and then hopefully he can stay healthy for once, in his career. The first 2 years he hasn't been able to do it. I think he stays hot. Hopefully he stays healthy. But yeah, if he's out there right now, he's 100% got to be added because his upside is enormous. And I really do think at least the next couple of weeks, he's going to give you some really nice games. So I'm going to try to put him in my lineups where I can.
Yeah. For some context here, people will scoff because he only had 4 targets. His 4 targets, that was 23.5% target share in that game, which led the Packers wide receiver room. They only threw it 17 times. Love was 13 for 17, 76.5 completion percentage, 261, a touchdown and a pick. But we know Jordan Love, like 17 times, he can do that in a quarter. He can do that in a half. He is normally a gunslinger. They're going to throw it more moving forward. It was just a type of game script. It was ground and pound against the Bears. And again, you beat the Bears by running the football. So I think Christian Watson, once they start opening up again, that final 4 games, weeks 14 to 17 of the fantasy playoffs, I mean, you can't ask for a better schedule, and you can't ask for a better quarterback on a team that needs to win football games to make the playoffs.
Yeah, and I referenced this earlier about him, getting hot and then getting hurt. But back in his rookie year, 3 touchdowns, 2 touchdowns, 1 touchdown, 1 touchdown, 4 games in a row. So he had 7 touchdowns in 4 games. And then he kind of got hurt again. He fell off the map a little bit, but still, overall solid. And then last year, 2023, he was hurt. Then he came back. He scored 4 touchdowns in 3 games, and then he was hurt for the rest of the year. So now he's back. He has a 150-yard game. And again, I think the patterns of Christian Watson, you're looking at the patterns. I think here it comes. I think another hot stretch is on its way.
Let's go to, we left that one up.